What if I told you that the difference between being broke your whole life and becoming a millionaire is not luck, not a lottery ticket, and not even having a rich uncle? Would you believe me if I said the secret is something ordinary people, teachers, drivers, waiters, and even janitors, have used to quietly build fortunes while the rest of the world was too busy chasing get-rich-quick schemes? Let me share a shocking truth. There are people right now living in your city who never won the lottery, never ran a big company, never had celebrity status, and yet they are millionaires. Not billionaires, not Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, but quiet millionaires. They don't show off on Instagram. They don't drive Lamborghinis with gold rims. Instead, they live almost like everyone else, until you check their bank accounts. What's their secret? Today you're about to find out. And I promise you, if you stay with me till the end, this one shift in how you think about money could completely change your life. So let me ask you, do you want to stay broke? Or do you want to understand the secret that made ordinary people, just like you, millionaires? Because the truth is, money doesn't respond to emotions, it responds to principles. And once you understand the principle, money starts flowing towards you almost like gravity pulling an object down. This isn't magic. It isn't luck. It's a formula. And today I'm going to break it down for you, step by step. 2. Why most people stay broke. Approximate 900 words. Before we uncover the money secret, let's first ask, why do most people stay broke? It's not because they don't work hard. In fact, the average broke person is one of the hardest workers in society. They wake up early, work long hours, and sometimes even have multiple jobs. So if hard work was the answer, then construction workers, waiters, cleaners, and nurses would be the wealthiest people on earth. But they're not. Why? Because most people are trapped in the cycle of survival. Here's how it goes. They earn money. They spend money. They borrow money when spending becomes too much. Then they repeat the cycle. They believe money is something you earn and instantly exchange for comfort. New shoes, latest phone, nights out, designer clothes. But here's the dangerous trap. The moment you think money is for spending, you've lost the game. Think about it. The average person, when they get a salary, is already planning how to spend it. Bills, fun, lifestyle upgrades. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life. But here's the painful truth. Broke people spend first and then save what's left. Wealthy people save first and then spend what's left. That tiny shift, just flipping the order, is one of the earliest secrets of millionaires. But let's go deeper. The real reason most people stay broke is because of financial ignorance. Nobody teaches us about money in school. You can solve calculus equations, memorize the periodic table, or write 10-page essays on Shakespeare. But nobody tells you how compound interest works, how debt destroys your wealth, or how assets grow silently while you sleep. So people grow up smart in everything, except money. And here's the result. They confuse income with wealth. Listen carefully. Income is how much money you earn. Wealth is how much money you keep and multiply. That's why some people who earn $100,000 a year are broke, while others earning $40,000 become millionaires. It's not about how much you earn. It's about what you do with what you earn. And until you learn that, money will control you instead of you controlling money. 3. The shift in mindset that changes everything. Approximate 1,000 words. Now here's the turning point, the secret shift that separates millionaires from the broke. Most people think, I need more money. But millionaires think, I need money that works for me. Did you catch that? Broke people want more money so they can work harder, get more jobs, hustle longer hours. Millionaires want money that works without them. They've discovered that money is not just paper. It's a worker. And every dollar you have is like an employee. So here's the mindset shift. Don't just work for money. Make money work for you. Let me illustrate. Imagine you earn $100. Most people see $100 as a way to buy groceries, pay a bill, or grab a meal out. But millionaires see $100 as a seed. If planted wisely, that seed grows into a tree that produces more fruit, more money. It might take time, but once the tree grows, it produces fruit every season. This is called asset thinking. The poor and middle class think about spending. The wealthy think about assets. Here's an example. Let's say you spend $300 on the newest phone. It feels good, but it loses value the moment you buy it. Now imagine you put that same $300 into an investment that grows at 10% per year. In 30 years, that money becomes almost $5,200. That's the difference between instant gratification and wealth building. And here's the secret. Ordinary people who became millionaires mastered this shift. They stopped seeing money as something to trade for toys, and started seeing money as something to build freedom. For the money secret revealed. Alright, you've waited long enough. Let's get to the money secret. The secret that turned ordinary people into millionaires is this. Pay yourself first. Invest consistently. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Simple? Yes. Easy? Not at all. Here's why it works. When you pay yourself first, you set aside a percentage of your income, before bills, before entertainment, before lifestyle. That money is sacred. You don't touch it. Then you put it into assets that grow, stocks, index funds, real estate, businesses. Over time, those assets generate returns. And those returns start earning their own returns. This is compound interest, the most powerful financial force in the world. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Why? Because compound interest turns small amounts into massive wealth, given enough time. Let's do the math. If you invest just $10 a day, that's $300 a month. With an average annual return of 10%, in 30 years you'll have over $540,000. In 40 years, that grows to $1.6 million. That's the secret. Not luck. Not gambling. Not chasing crypto pumps. Just discipline plus time plus compound growth. And guess what? Ordinary people who stuck with this formula became millionaires, quietly, steadily, predictably. Open book story 1, The Janitor Millionaire. Meet Ronald Read. He wasn't a banker. He wasn't a lawyer. He wasn't a tech genius. He was a janitor and gas station attendant in Vermont, USA. Ronald lived a simple life. He drove an old second-hand Toyota, wore regular flannel shirts, and people in town thought he was just an ordinary man scraping by. But when he died in 2014, the world was shocked. Ronald Read left behind an estate worth $8 million. Oh, he never earned more than a modest wage. But here's the secret. He paid himself first, no matter how small. He invested steadily in blue-chip stocks, companies like Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, and other dividend-paying giants. He lived below his means. His coworkers had no idea he was a millionaire. They saw a janitor. But behind the scenes, Ronald Read was proof that you don't need a huge income, you just need consistency, patience, and discipline. The lesson? It's not about how much you earn. It's about how you use what you earn. Open book story 2, The Teacher Who Retired Rich. Now let's meet Grace, a middle school teacher. Teaching is one of the most underpaid professions in the world. Grace didn't earn six figures. She didn't win awards for finance. But Grace understood one principle. Money grows when you give it time. Every month, she took 10% of her paycheck and invested in an index fund. No trading, no gambling, no risky bets. Just steady, boring investing. Her friends laughed. They spent money on vacations, luxury handbags, and the newest cars. Grace quietly invested. 35 years later, when she retired, Grace wasn't just a teacher anymore. She was a millionaire. She had over $1.2 million sitting in her investment accounts. The best part? She never felt like she sacrificed her life. She still lived comfortably, she just didn't waste money on things that lost value. Grace's story shows us something powerful. You don't need a high-paying career to retire rich. You just need financial discipline. Open book story 3, The Couple Who Invested Spare Change. Now imagine a young couple, Daniel and Maria. They weren't wealthy. Daniel was a delivery driver. Maria worked part-time at a small clinic. Their combined income barely covered rent, food, and bills. But instead of complaining, they tried something small. They downloaded an app that automatically invested their spare change. Each time they spent $4.75 on coffee, the app rounded it to $5 and invested the extra 25 cents. It didn't feel like much. Pennies. But pennies add up. Fast forward 20 years. Between spare change, small contributions, and consistency, Daniel and Maria had over $400,000 invested. And that was just from tiny amounts they barely noticed. Their friends were shocked. How could a delivery driver and part-time nurse have almost $500,000? Because wealth doesn't come from one big move. It comes from small moves repeated over time. Direct hit closing section 5. The janitor. The teacher. The delivery driver. What do they all have in common? They weren't extraordinary. They didn't win the lottery. They didn't get lucky. They just followed the secret. Pay yourself first. Invest consistently. Be patient. 6. Step-by-step guide. How you can apply it today. Now let's get practical. Enough inspiration. Let's talk about how you can start today. Step 1. Know your income. Before you build wealth, you need clarity. Write down your total monthly income. Be honest with yourself. Don't just guess. Know your exact number. Step 2. Decide your pay yourself first percentage. Millionaires don't save what's left. They save first. Start with 10% of your income. If you make $500 a month, that's $50. If you make $1,000, that's $100. It might feel small, but remember Ronald the janitor, he started small too. Step 3. Automate savings. Discipline is hard. Life distracts us. Bills scream louder than our goals. That's why you must automate it. Set up an automatic transfer that moves money from your checking account into a savings or investment account the moment you get paid. Step 4. Choose assets, not liabilities. What's an asset? Something that puts money in your pocket. What's a liability? Something that takes money out of your pocket. Assets: index funds and ETFs. Dividend-paying stocks. Real estate, rental property. Businesses. Liabilities: expensive cars bought on loans. Designer clothes on credit cards. Gadgets that depreciate instantly. Millionaires focus on assets. Step 5. Stay consistent. The market will go up and down. There will be crashes, recessions, booms, and bubbles. Don't panic. Keep investing. Millionaires are made during downturns because they stay the course while others quit. Step 6. Reinvest gains. When your investments make money, don't cash out immediately. Reinvest. That's how compound interest builds. Every dollar reinvested becomes another little worker building your future wealth. Step 7. Be patient. We live in a world of instant gratification. Likes, views, deliveries in 24 hours. But wealth is built slowly. Millionaires know this truth. You won't get rich overnight, but you will get rich over time. If you follow these 7 steps, you don't need luck. You don't need $1 million salary. You just need discipline, patience, and faith in the process. 7. Biggest mistakes people make. What mistakes stop people from becoming millionaires, even when they know the secret? Crossmark mistake 1. Spending first, saving later. This is the most common trap. People promise themselves they'll save what's left. But let's be honest, there's never anything left. Millionaires flip it. They save first. Crossmark mistake 2. Chasing get-rich-quick schemes. From crypto scams to pyramid schemes, people lose billions every year because they want shortcuts. Millionaires don't gamble, they invest. Crossmark mistake 3. Inconsistency. Some people start saving and investing then stop after a few months. Wealth isn't built in months, it's built in decades. Crossmark mistake 4. Lifestyle inflation. This one is deadly. Every time people earn more, they spend more. Bigger paycheck? They get a bigger car. Promotion? They buy a bigger house. Millionaires resist this trap. They let their investments grow before upgrading their lifestyle. Crossmark mistake 5. Pulling out too early. The moment people see profits, they withdraw. But here's the truth. The longer you leave your money in, the bigger the growth. 8. Closing motivation plus call to action. Approximate 600 words. Narrator. The truth is, becoming a millionaire isn't about being a genius. It's not about winning the lottery. It's about mastering one simple secret: paying yourself first, investing consistently, and letting time and discipline do the rest. Ordinary people did it. You can too. So ask yourself right now, will you keep working for money or will you finally make money work for you? Pause. Inspiring background music rises. If you got value from this video, don't just click away. Take action. Start today. Even if it's just $5. Even if it's just $1. The habit matters more than the amount. And if you want more videos that reveal the hidden secrets of wealth and financial freedom, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs this message. Because the secret isn't just about money, it's about freedom. And freedom starts with one choice.